So, hey y'all, just got home from two rehearsals tonight. Yeah, I'm wiped out. Plus, I work today and I work tomorrow, but good rehearsals. In Dreama was a mini rehearsal. Less than half the band could make it. So, what's good to know is that we can do it. If we had to do it as a three-piece, we can do it. That's nice to know. And then the other band, I had mentioned I had joined another band. They were going to call themselves Quilt, and then I've just found out that they discovered there's another band in the area called Quilt. So they're using the moniker Working Title for now. The band is Working Title for now. So I actually just was coming home from a songwriting session with them, actually, as much as a practice, working on adding some of my ideas to some of their material, which um, I'm liking it. And it's nice to be working with Dan Knapp from Sun Ambulance. He's one of the original members of Sun Ambulance, and it's good to be working with Dan again. So, as you know, I got some records from Jonas, Sublime Media, but I haven't had a chance to listen to them, so that's coming. What I want to do is finish showing my Genesis vinyl, and I want to show some books, and then even though this is the vinyl community, I'm going to do another part where I show my my CDs, because I have several CD bootlegs that I'd like to show. And bootlegs, as you know, because they're so unregulated, one person could never have all the bootlegs, you know what I'm saying? So I'm always curious to see other people's bootlegs as well as show mine, because I always see bootlegs I've never seen before. And so I want to show these, and we'll get to that. So anyway, here's where I left off last night. The next 12-inch I have is a Genesis interview picture disc, and I've listened to the interview, and it's nothing special, but these are just nice to have. And I waited until I picked this up at a decent price. It was probably less than $10. Oh man, I just got some records in the mail today. I got another update coming. I believe Lazarus showed this. This is Swelled and Spent. This is a entire recording of Lamb Lies Down live with a mock cover like the original. Pretty wild, huh? Double album, double LP. Yeah, I knew these would be mixed up. Here we have a limited edition picture disc, 12-inch of In Too Deep, backed with the non-LP B-side Do the Neurotic, which is an excellent song, Do the Neurotic. Picture disc. It doesn't say how many of these are, it just says that it's limited edition. Now here's another here's a really good bootleg. This is a really excellent bootleg. It's a Genesis, A Trick of the Tail outtakes. And this is so fabulous because these are complete tracks, many of them instrumental, but they're not just the backing tracks from the album without vocals. These are different takes recorded in the studio quality. This is one of my favorite Genesis boots. And they even use the working titles of one song, Beloved Summer. I'm gonna have to play that. It's been a while to tell you. So I could tell you which song it turned into. I think it's Madman Moon that it became. Excuse me. But on there, the working title is Beloved Summer. Here's a boot that I had. Is this the one? No, it's a different one. This is the 1977 tour, A Living Story. And there was a mistake in. They had listed Afterglow, but it's actually All in a Mouse's Night. If I remember, this is good sound quality. This is for the longest, back in the day, this was one of those Holy Grail boots, like the one that Lazarus showed. I can't remember the name. As Though Emerald City. I don't have that on vinyl, and that's a Grail. This is another one. L'Ange Gabriel. I looked high and low for this. I found it quite a long time ago, but the recording quality of this is really excellent. And let me see where this is recorded. I think it's in Canada. Yeah, at Montreal's University Sports Center, April 1974, from an FM broadcast. Okay, so it's a radio broadcast, bootlegged onto vinyl. It's crappy yellow vinyl, but what a show, and it's a great recording. Like I said, this was a Grail Genesis bootleg. Here's another one, actually, that I looked long and hard for, and this is another excellent sound quality recording. Genesis Odd Man Out, as an odd man out. This is the amazing Cornyphone record label. That was a trusted bootleg label for many years. Everyone from Genesis to Led Zeppelin to Frank Zappa, everyone, not everyone, but the greats all have Cornyphone boots. July 1975 is all it says here. And this is mostly The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. Really good sound recording. Sound quality, really good. Here is one, it's just generically called Genesis with whose idea was that cover? And this is another Cornyphone. This is Carnegie Hall, 1973. So this is Gabriel. Genesis at Carnegie Hall. It's been a while since I played that, so I cannot honestly answer what the quality of that is. Revelatory Genesis. This is a really good recording from this era of Genesis Live. This is probably about the time of Duke. Yeah, about the Duke tour. And there's also some songs from the Nebworth Festival 1978 on here. This is a really nice quality bootleg recording double album. Revelatory Genesis 80-78. I just got just a few more. This one is called The Bearded... No, what is this called? Oh yeah, Live from the Mouth of the Monster. Another double LP. This is Collins era. I think this is recorded at the Uptown in Chicago, 1978. Double LP. Genesis bootlegs, if I may say, are worth it because of the quality of their performances. Just, they really got it going real well early on. Genesis Live, the first live album, it's like they didn't realize they didn't have to do that. They could have waited, and they just recorded a bad night. Genesis Kills Live. Here's one, I just love this cover. Genesis, A Piece of the Action. I think this was taken in New York City. Gabriel, all in silver paint. These are all from between 72 and 75. It doesn't say. I've always loved that shot of him being hoisted into the skies. It's just a magical image. The band still affects me deeply, as you can see. I'm just a geek. Here's a 12-inch. I made the cover for this. It was just in the generic white cardboard, but it's a 12-inch single of Go West Young Man. Went ahead and I did that years ago. Doodled on the back. Must have been bored. But it's a white... Oh, I forgot that. Damn. Go West Young Man, Deeper in the Mother Lode. It's just a... Same song on each side, but it's a white label promo, which is nice. Good song from that album. And then there were 3. Again, as I said, that album has aged very well in my collection. It sounds better than ever now to me. Better than ever. Here is the bootleg of the reunion show at Milton Keynes. I showed the program, October 1982. And this is entitled Gabba Cabriel. And this is the entire show. And it's recorded by the audience. So there's some parts where the audience is really loud. But what's kind of cool about it is just the sheer naked emotion you hear in these people. They're real fans like me and any of you folks that are sharing this with me. You can hear them crying and singing along with the songs in tears. That's moving. I frankly don't mind that about this. It's the entire show, including the encore when Steve Hackett comes out unannounced. Can you imagine having been there? The whole show and Steve Hackett's not there. And then miraculously for the encore, he comes out for I Know What I Like. Yeah, this is a good quality 3-record set bootleg. Really good quality. Man, if you want my opinion, do I think there is still a chance that the original Genesis, including Gabriel and possibly Anthony Phillips, will actually ever grace the stage? No, I don't think so. Here's a bootleg that I had asked Rob from Boston about, Panique's 1960, because it's a Genesis bootleg, but it's got Led Zeppelin tracks on it. Genesis Twilight Alehouse is the name of the boot. But not only does it have Genesis on here, it has Peter Gabriel solo live, and it also has Led Zeppelin. Where's in Pittsburgh, 1976 on here. Strange bootleg, double album. But Rob was saying he has these songs proper, the entire concert, on probably a couple different bootlegs, Rob? So my last Genesis piece and then a complimentary piece. The armed services used to get radio programs made for the armed services. And Nightbird in company with Allison Steele, any of you people from the service my age will know what I'm talking about. This is a Nightbird and company Cosmic Connections radio show, and it has 4 different shows on here, including the air times. The first one is Genesis 1976. As you can see, besides Genesis, and it's Genesis songs and an interview. We also have America, Chris Squire, and David Pomeranz. So this is a nice one to have. Double LP. Haven't played this forever, but it's a radio program. And then this is good. I didn't buy it for a long time, waited till I found it used, but it's the London Symphony Orchestra doing the music of Genesis. We Know What We Like, conducted by David Palmer. This is surprisingly good. I really thought it would be hokey. This is good. It was done with respect. It was done properly, not stuffily, but properly with respect to this music. This is good. So that's the last of my 12 inches. I'm just going to wrap it up by showing I have some books. I've had these books for so long that they're kind of in bad shape. I've read them and read them and read them and read them, and so the binding on many of these is coming apart. Here's one, The Secret Life of Peter Gabriel. I'll just show these right quick. Here's a Genesis biography book, and the main thing I got it for was the pictures. In my remembrance, the writing is not really very good, but lots of pictures, and thankfully some pictures not seen before, which is why I would bother with these books. Being fascinated with the band and their image. Their image is so strong. Look at that. Yeah, I was intrigued. That was part of what drew me into Genesis, was the mystery. There was a mysteriousness about what were they on about. Were they Christian? Were they not? Were they religious? What is all this mystical stuff, And then the old man from the musical box, and are they talking about pedophilia? It was like, whoa, heavy stuff. This band, these guys are badass. So that's another book. Here is Genesis lyrics illustrated by Steve Hackett's ex-wife, Kim Poor. She also did the illustrations for the majority of his solo albums. And so this is illustrated. Beautiful, if you like her style. And I do. And she just nails, in my opinion, many times, she really nails the essence of the sound of Genesis visually. And so this is Really happy. I don't know how many years I've had this. Just a couple more. Really, really nice. Really nice. Armando Gallo. I think he's his Spanish guy. Became a good friends. A photographer became good friends with Genesis and just followed them everywhere. And so he's put out a couple of books, and I have a couple versions. He's put out new editions. Here's one called Genesis from One Fan to Another. And this one, more than the other ones, this is a picture book. I have to be careful because this one, I've just looked at so much, the binding is broken. Just amazing pictures. Many unpublished before, and many that you have seen before. Man, I would have loved to have seen that live show with Peter Gabriel. Here's the one that's best known by him. I Know What I Like. And I believe this is the first one I got. And this has the story of Genesis from Charterhouse all the way through. Great pictures. Many pictures that you only see because he was their friend. Kind of like that one there, Peter Gabriel with his wife in bed and the naked daughter on the bed. Only a friend gets to take pictures like that. And that book originally came out as this, Genesis, the Evolution of a Rock Band. And this is a hardbound. Let me see okay, it's just plain blue, but it's hardbound. And this was the first version of that book, I Know What I Like, with slightly different pictures. And the story was updated for the I Know What I Like. It was updated. And the last book that I have is a Peter Gabriel book. And it's just Peter Gabriel. And now that I think about it, I have another Peter Gabriel book. And I'll actually have quite a bit more memorabilia. Cassettes and some other stuff. I've got VHS tapes. They're out in the garage. I'm so out of room here. My videotapes are in storage in the garage. I do have some of those that you showed, King's Drummer, and some others that you didn't show. And but I do plan to show my CDs. I do want to show those because there's a bunch to show, and there's some DVDs as well to show. Peter Gabriel book. So that concludes the vinyl portion of Genesis, and I want to thank you all for watching and commenting.